Did you ever hear the tragedy of New Coke? No, I thought not. It's not a story that Coca-Cola would tell you. Pepsi, on the other hand, they'll tell you it. They love telling that story. So much so, it seems that they've decided to replicate it. Well, replicate may be too strong of a word, but what's happening in the United Kingdom and Ireland right now, as my phone can't decide whether or not it wants to focus or not. Pepsi has of late decided that they're going to change the recipe of Pepsi regular, or just plain old Pepsi, whilst my phone still can't figure out if it wants to focus or not. Now, if you haven't heard the tale of New Coke, the Wise, a brief recap is back in 1985, Coca-Cola of the USA decided they were going to change the recipe of Coca-Cola, regular. It backfired quite badly. It was wildly unpopular, so poorly received that that same year, Coca-Cola went back and reintroduced the original recipe as Coca-Cola Classic. And in fact, eventually, New Coke would disappear from the shop shelves and would only reappear as a one-off special item a couple of years ago. They did that as a response to Pepsi being a bit more popular at the time, and whether or not you want to believe the conspiracy theories that it was a ploy to change the recipe of regular Coke in the first place, or if it was a ploy to get more money or whatever, the fact is it didn't quite work out. Well, the fact is New Coke disappeared and regular Coke is more popular than ever. Hence Pepsi, and you'll note the traffic light system here. Green means good, amber means could be better, and red means, it's bad. A few days ago, that sugars label used to be red. I don't remember what it was before, but if we take current Coca-Cola as a guideline, current Coca-Cola has 27 grams of sugar per 250 milliliters. Gotta love this focusing. So yes, that's the gist of things here. Just stop focusing on the magazine behind, honestly. Wonder if that will help. Maybe not, but we'll see. Anyway, so Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola rather. This has happened in the last couple of days, maybe even in the past year. Not a year, literally just today at least, because that's when the news is broken. And the fact is, well, I call myself a bit of a Pepsi connoisseur. I love Pepsi, though I mostly drink Pepsi Max. And this seems to be in response to the sort of sugar tax that the UK government put into place a couple of years ago. Pepsi as it used to be, and Coca-Cola as it is now, as it still is, they were forced to increase the price of their products and also decrease the size of their bottles. Now, this is still 500 milliliters, but the full-size bottles, the most you can get now is 1.5 litres. You used to be able to get 2-litre bottles, but not anymore. 1.5 litres is the most, and that may be due to the sugar tax, but And this seems to be also in response, potentially. So what have they done? Well, before, I don't remember what it was before, like I said, but we'll say 25 grams. I know for a fact that in a 330 milliliter can, it used to be 36 grams of sugar in that can, now it's 15. So what have they done? They've replaced some of that sugar with, if it will focus, come on, focus, you sweeteners, acesulfame K and sucralose. You can just about read it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I've mispronounced that, whatever, but, well, my reaction of how this tastes is going to colour the title of this video. As someone who quite likes the taste of Pepsi, yes, we do exist, I'm going to, well, if I don't think it's that bad, then I'm going to say that in the title, and you'll probably see that in the title. Something along the lines of, this change to Pepsi is just overblown, being blown out of proportion, whatever. But if it doesn't taste nice, which a lot of people have been saying, we've got a new Coke situation on our hands. New Pepsi. And as you'll note, they haven't even done us the convenience of saying that it's a new recipe. They've just dumped it on us and expected us to not notice. Which could be a sign that this doesn't taste nice, but we'll see. Okay. Bit of a sniff. Smells okay. Bottoms up. I know I'm taking several sips of this. That's just to try and get a... Okay. I've had some pretty bad Cokes, well, soft drinks in my time. Freeway Red Cola from Lidl, that's pretty bad. And the Diet Cherry Coca-Cola was horrific. This, it's definitely different. It more or less tastes as if someone combined normal Pepsi with Pepsi Max or Diet Pepsi. It's definitely not as good as it was before. Aftertaste, different. But yeah, I guess it is a bit of a new Coke at the minute. It could be better, but it could be worse. That, like I mentioned, the Cherry Diet Coke is got to be, without a doubt, the worst soft drink I have ever tasted. Close second would be Lidl's Red Freeway Cola. I don't know I don't remember what it was called, but I've got the sort of Pepsi Max rip-off here. And this is actually quite nice. But the red stuff, the sort of rip-off regular Coke, classic Coke, no, that was that was almost like drinking paint thinner. Fortunately, I did have some insults lined up for this. Like someone mixed paint thinner with methylated spirit, that purple spirit you can find whatever it is. It's not that bad, fortunately, but I mean, that tasted just like I drank some Diet Pepsi. So, yeah. It's true that nobody asked for this, and the fact is, it's kind of a pointless deal trying to make a version of Pepsi that is sugar, that has less sugar. I mean, that exists. It's called Diet Pepsi, or Pepsi Max if you want something that tastes a bit better. I quite like Pepsi Max. I don't see why they had to do this. So yeah, it's not terrible, but completely pointless, and it definitely has negatively impacted the taste. So, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. This is Pepsi's new Coke right here. Completely pointless, unnecessary. Nobody was asking for it. Not even the government was saying that Pepsi had to do this. They're doing this. I I don't even know why they're doing it. There's no good business reason to do this. Their sales are going to plummet. New Pepsi, without even giving us the courtesy of saying it's new Pepsi. So I guess later this year we're going to see Classic Pepsi. Pepsi Classic with a great big logo underneath. In fact, they have apparently started using a new logo, so who knows? Maybe they'll. Maybe this is another conspiracy, and they're doing it on purpose to make. Yeah. Congrats, Pepsi. Congrats.